happening, you know, and I think that was a long time coming. So I'm excited about that. So that's all I got.
Me? Just, he voted no to that. That's fine. That's what everybody needs to do. You need to stand your own ground, because if we're 6 people that agree all the time, 5 of us aren't necessary. And it's kind of like the attorney said in there, we have result, we not agreed to disagree, but we did all come together on the final solution. So we need to always consider that, because sometimes your disagreement might catch something that nobody else was thinking about. And I work in a business, I'll assure you, where we all think differently of what ought to be done, and that includes right up to my boss. And sometimes me and him have to see who's right. But it makes, in the end, as she's talking about all this zoning, in the end, it will make for a better city. That's all I got.
And that is the thing. I think that for those of you out there, I can tell you, everybody up here, dealing with them, when I agree with them, when I disagree with them, every person here is passionate about this city. Sometimes we have different ways of how to get to the end goal, but I'm so proud of everybody here about that they are passionate about it. And I've sat out there in the audience when I saw people that just kind of sat there and went along with everybody else. And but I think that we put in creative ideas together. On the business front, we had a ribbon cutting. I appreciate everybody that was able to make that Saturday. We had a really good turnout. Each one of these seems to get bigger and bigger.
That food truck or whatever, that food park, that was some good stuff right there.
Right,
They need to open up a little restaurant in River Oaks.
Well, we need to talk to them. We need barbecue. Anyway, and I want to acknowledge my neighbors here. I thought for sure you're going to come up and protest something nobody's doing.
I know, I really was. I was like, I wonder what they're here
I
for.
just want to ask one question. I just wanted to ask you about recycling. Have we ever thought about recycling?
We've had recycling.
It's a bad subject that
No, it's not a bad subject.
Recycling quit us, number one. Okay. You need to know that. Then, and there's a lot of recycling that people think is going on that's being thrown away. A lot more than you realize. We saw a big presentation on that where, like Fort Worth, for instance, if they discover one thing that's not supposed to be in there and it's in that truck, the whole truck becomes a trash truck.
Right.
But then do we still have Cyclops?
Yeah, we were
just
using
canceled
them, but
ours.
they kept upping the price on us, and so, when we started, it was like $17 a month.
Yeah, like
which-
almost $30.
And now they doubled it. It was
Oh,
like
wow.
$30, so I ended up canceling it. So like, we'll just ask if they're even thinking about it. We would be willing to pay, but
Yeah.
I don't want to pay like $30, $40 a month.
Well, I've
We
even wondered
brought
about
that up.
whether the city could put a dumpster somewhere where citizens can take it to.
We used to do that. Waste Connections would pick it up, but I don't.
Charge.
We
So
brought that
one of
up.
the problems that happened nationwide is, this is incredible to me, that saw a big documentary where we were taking all this recycling, put it on ships and sending it to China. Which the real answer to most of our problems is if we made China quit over-packaging all the stuff that they're sending to us. I mean, really.
Vicious cycle.
You think about it.
Talking about China?
We have more junk now that we get it from them. They over-package everything. But they actually had shiploads because we could ship it back to them on the same ship that was bringing us goods. Could be loaded up and went back, and they quit taking it.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have to say, I wish Joanne Butler was here. I really do, only because I get that a lot from young couples that are moving into our city. That is one of the first things they bring up, is why are y'all not recycling? And she didn't, well, not just her, some of our residents don't agree with that. So, and I keep telling them it's these young generations, because even my kids, they're 22 and 25, I think. And anyway, so they were like, why don't we ever recycle? And I'm like, we just don't ever grow. But the new people that are coming in and buying these houses,
Well,
they're,
isn't that who you want to bring the river over
no,
to?
we do,
You
that's
know
what I'm
I mean?
saying.
Like,
And they're the
who
ones that are
you
always
want to.
asking, why
Yeah.
do we not
Yeah.
recycle? And I've brought that up to our
Yeah.
council before.
I grew up in a small town, we didn't have recycling.
Yeah, we-
I grew up on a farm, like, we did not have recycling. And like, people like still burn their trash there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, I'm not offended by it, I just think
Don't burn
that,
your,
you know, whenever I went to college, I learned about recycling. I've been recycling since I was like 18,
yeah.
and I've lived all over the country, and I've lived here, and it's like, we're putting our trash next to the curb, and there's no recycling.
So how come we can't put like a recycling thing out back?
So this would be a whole topic for a whole,
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't wanna extend the
We don't, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so
But it's been brought up.
We will think about this, and Michelle, we need somebody that could kinda head up a little committee to do, Michelle, some research on,
Michelle.
on modern day recycling in a town like River Oaks, Michelle.
Well, and options.
Yes.
Options and resources.
Yes.
Um,
Michelle?
Even with Cyclops, I wondered why,
Yeah, I was
why
gonna
we
say-
didn't chip in for the money that the
Yeah,
citizens are paying, because actually, to me, anything that's being recycled
It's not yours.
is something that we're not paying to dispose of otherwise,
So, and budget-wise, potentially, when we're making, revenue, well, like when we're on our own water, right, and we're making revenue, we can't learn. I mean, we really couldn't, instead of reducing the water bills, then if we just take some.
Good.
Yeah, we
So,
can
anyway,
stay
but
there.
that's future talk.
Okay,
Back to missing.
Sorry.
put that on.
Leanne said we are adjourned
That's right.
at,
Thank
Oh.
you.
at 8:27 PM, time for dinner.
Oh, man. Got 30 more minutes, so we're on.
Very nice to meet you.
That's nice.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.